Hey guys, welcome back to another bike review. This time I'll be sharing feedback on the 2017 Specialized Enduro Pro Carbon 29er that I demoed in Santa Teresa Park last month. As you know, this bike was redesigned just a few months ago. The Pro model that I rode had a carbon frame, an Öhlins rear shock with 165 mil of travel, a RockShox Lyric fork, and SRAM's Eagle X01 drivetrain. I'm usually not a fan of blacked out bikes, but I have to admit this one looked really cool. So immediate impressions after jumping on this bike is that it felt a little bit cramped. I'm about 5'10 with a 31 inseam, and in retrospect, I probably should have demoed a large instead of a medium. But getting past the size, the Enduro is one of those bikes that you jump on and just immediately realize how plush it feels, even in the parking lot. I purposely left the shock wide open and took it up Ridgeline Trail, which is a pretty technical rocky climb. To my surprise, the Enduro was a very good climber. And honestly, I've never really ridden a bike with this much travel before, and I wasn't sure what to expect. So Specialized steepened the seat angle quite a bit for 2017, and what this does is it puts your center of gravity a little bit closer to the front wheel, putting you in a much better climbing position. Whatever they did worked because this bike climbs like no 165 mil bike really should. Now, I will say that leaving the shock left wide open was great for traction. I did notice that anything but a really smooth pedal stroke did cause some noticeable suspension movement, but I'm sure flipping the rear shock to the climbing position would have helped here. So, given the type of bike this is, it is named Enduro after all, the bike's climbing capabilities may surprise you. Once I got to the top, I was really excited to turn around and see what the Enduro was capable of on the descents. And what I noticed immediately is how playful the bike felt, which again surprised me considering the type of bike this is. You can really feel the short chainstays on this bike, especially if you pull up on the bars and lean your weight back a little bit. As speeds picked up, the trail got rockier, the Enduro was able to soak up the hits, but I did feel the bike lost a little bit of its plushness and didn't feel as maybe invincible as I had hoped. Honestly, this was likely a setup issue, or this particular demo bike was clapped out, which honestly happens a lot with rentals. Regardless, I had a lot of fun on this bike. I'd say this new generation of Enduro bikes feel more like long travel trail bikes, if that makes any sense. They're still very capable on the descents, but wouldn't feel too out of place on your regular day-to-day ride that involves a lot of climbing. So, who's the typical buyer for this bike? I'd say it could be the one bike for somebody who's maybe an advanced rider and lives near some gnarly terrain, or maybe even a trail rider who's looking to take their skills to the next level and looking for something to increase their confidence. Either way, it's surprising how broad a spectrum these new bikes can cover. It'll be certainly interesting to see how the Enduro continues to evolve. Well, there you have it. Hope you like this review. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll have a lot more bike reviews coming up. See you then.